Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back to another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my Skeletor from the early 2000s He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, or Masters of the Universe cartoon. Now, I don't believe these figures sold particularly well, because they got caught up in that thing with Cartoon Network where Cartoon Network would frequently change the time that it was on, or the day it was on, or there was distribution things, so people got the toys but they didn't get the cartoon, or they got the cartoon and they didn't get the toys, which is the case of myself. We got the cartoon in New Zealand, but I don't believe we ever got the figures. And if we got the figures, they showed up sporadically in weird places. So I got this guy thanks to a member of TFNZ who ordered it from Australia for me. Actually, he ordered two of them. So I have one of these sealed. Just because I thought, this is my opportunity to own something sealed. I have no idea if it's got any value now. Anyway, so this is a much more sort of realistic looking figure as opposed to the 80s toys, which, had that sort of full-on muscle man thing. And I would like to say that in like the 20 years or almost 20 years in between, the articulation of these figures got better, but they actually didn't, but the sculpting did. So that's the main bonus of this. Now, this figure comes with the Havoc staff and his sword. Technically it's swords, because if you've seen the first episode, and I highly recommend you go and watch it if you've never watched this series, the sword splits in two. Not like, I believe, for the original toy where Skeletor had a sword and He-Man had a sword and you combine them together to unlock Castle Grayskull. You don't need it for this mechanic. He's just got two swords that can be merged into one. So it's probably taken from that idea. I think the series that he came from is definitely like the Ultimate series. So while I waffle, I'll give you a spin, because you don't really just want to listen to me waffle. You will notice that he's on a very weird sort of standing angle. That's about the only way I could get him to stand up. Like the original figure, he has got armour that you can take off, but I wouldn't really recommend it because, if you learnt anything from back then to today, taking that sort of stuff off means that you might break it, and once you break it, you can't really fix it, and you need to find somebody that knows what they're doing. This version of Skeletor, for me, is definitely like the pinnacle of Skeletor, particularly in the show. Like, he really was evil. In the original show, he was like a bumbling idiot, but the versions of like He-Man and Skeletor and Hordak that we got from this particular series are definitely what I think are the best representations of the characters. I don't think that more recent versions of these characters have really done them justice, and I really hope that all these new series that they're talking about will actually do them a bit of justice. It's a real shame that the series that this guy is from wasn't more widely followed. So if I zoom in, you can see he's got that nice yellow face, just like the original. The Havoc staff does actually have like a proper moulded goat head on it. You can see that like the armour has riveting and there is even detail. If it focuses. Just a little bit more. You see, there is detail in that. I guess it's a cod base. Let's be honest. Not that you should really be staring at his crotch or anything, but you can see like they fully detailed the armor. They haven't really, like the original series of toys very much just had like, this is the armor, and there's really not much difference between the armors. This stuff, it's actually really detailed. Like even his lower leg armor is detailed. There's like little details on the end of these tassel pieces. If I go a little bit further down, he has toenails, like actual toenails, and there's like, if we can get it to focus, detailing in the feet. So I mean, like I criticize the lack of articulation, because it really is crap articulation on this guy. But the level of detail they actually went into for the bodies is pretty damn amazing. So if I pull him up, I'll take his sword out. So the sword, like I said, splits apart. You get obviously pretty bland on the inside, but it's still... Sorry. Yeah, there we go. I mean, there's still detail in it. You see that one of them has a ball and the other has a claw, and then on the back side you see other details. So this is sort of, I would say, more like Eternian royalty. There's a bird there, if you didn't know. And this one is a lot more like, evil horde type detailing. And the sword just very easily slots together, and you just press the ball and claw together at the far end. It gives you one very large, kind of weird looking sword, but it's pretty cool. Havoc staff, oops, luckily is made of a bit of bendy material, so you can see that they've, like, it really is detailed. I mean, if you were gifted at it, you could probably put in, a bit of like a black wash or something, darken the eyes, make the skull stand out a bit more. It's still got the point down the bottom, and really is quite a nice point, I must say. Now, if you saw it before, there is a button on the back. He's got that sort of Thundercats, that early 90s, oh sorry, I shouldn't say early 90s, well yeah, early 90s and late 80s. They had, let's just say, probably not the best actions when it comes to their male toys. That's right. He comes with the full-on fisting jerk action. Now I wouldn't say do that too much, because you will actually damage it. And sometimes you need to lift the arm like that to reset it. Like I said, the details, like it is like the originals. So like you've got the adjustable armor straps and everything. There is detailing on his back. The slot there can actually hold the sword, but it looks really weird. So articulation wise, you can see he's got the waist swivel. His head moves. It doesn't up and down. It's just around and around. Jerk action one side, non-jerk action the other side, and oddly this one does actually have the in and out. Both of them actually do have that sort of in and out, you can see there. But you don't want to trigger it too much because of course his action. There is no swivel in the feet or at the ankles, knees, none of that. It's just that virtually the exact same kind of joint that you had in the original figures. So he is a very, very cool figure for the detail. He is not a very cool figure for his articulation, but how can you not love that face? I mean, does he not look awesome? And evil, but awesome. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.